All right, everyone get ready, because today we were taking a deep dive into something I think a lot of you are going to be interested in. It's the Twitch recap for 2024.
Yeah, you know those personalized summaries?
Exactly, like all the amazing stuff you did on Twitch this past year.
It's really cool what they've done. They've taken all this data and made it into like a celebration
Yeah.
of the whole community, whether you stream all the time or just like to watch.
And it's not just like one big recap for everybody, right?
Right.
There's a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, there are 3.
Wait.
So there's one for viewers, there's one for streamers, and then there's one for the whole community.
So they really try to like make it specific to how you actually use Twitch.
Exactly. It's a really good way to show that they care about everybody's individual journey.
So even if you're like a quiet lurker,
Exactly.
someone who just kind of like watches,
You still get a recap.
as long as you've watched enough.
Yeah, if you've watched at least 10 hours.
10 hours.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
Between December 6th last year and December 2nd this year.
So basically like a weekend, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
So that's cool. Like Twitch is saying, we see you even if you don't chat.
Exactly.
We appreciate that you're here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's the same for streamers. You have to have streamed at least 10 hours
Okay.
within that same time frame.
To get your recap.
Yeah, to get your own personalized one.
Got it. But hold on. Even if you haven't hit those 10 hours,
Yeah.
you can still participate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's the community recap, which shows everything amazing that the whole Twitch community did.
The whole community.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how much you watched or streamed.
It doesn't matter at all.
Okay, cool. So anybody can see that one.
Exactly.
I like it.
It really shows you how big and energetic this whole platform is.
Yeah.
It's literally millions of people coming together
Wow.
to share their passion for gaming or creating or just, hanging out.
I love it. So we know who gets these recaps. Now let's get into the details.
Yeah, let's do it.
So starting with the viewer recap hit me with some of the cool stuff. I'm a little nervous to see my hours watched.
Oh.
I might have a slight obsession with certain comfort streams that I may or may not have rewatched a few dozen times.
We all have our favorites. But yeah, besides hours watched, your recap shows you how many different days you visited Twitch.
Okay.
It also shows your top categories, so you can see if you like to watch lots of different types of streams or if you mostly stick to one genre.
Oh, that's interesting.
And if you see like a top 10% badge next to a category, that means you're a super fan.
Yeah.
You were in the top 10% of viewers for that category.
Based on your watch time.
Exactly.
Oh, I see bragging rights.
Exactly.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully I see that badge next to my favorite RPG category. We'll see. And of course, it wouldn't be a Twitch recap without some love for the streamers.
Right.
So tell me about that. What do we see there?
Your recap shows you your favorite streamers, how much time you spent watching each channel, how many chats you sent, even how many channel points you earned and spent. They keep track of everything.
Wow, they really do see everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they're saying, we appreciate your support for your favorite streamers.
Exactly.
We want to celebrate that.
Yes.
That's awesome. And what about emotes?
Oh, of course, there's a section for your top emotes.
Yeah.
You know those little digital expressions that give the chat so much personality?
They're the best.
The recap shows you the ones you used most often. It's like a peek into your own Twitch vocabulary.
I love that. I bet your top emotes say a lot about you. Like, are you all about the hype train? Or are you a master of the peepa hands?
Ha-ha!
Mine's going to be a lot of LULWs and Pog Champs. Maybe a sprinkle of Kappa in there. What else can we expect?
Well, if you've ever gifted subs or contributed to hype trains, those generous moments are captured in the hype happening section.
Oh, cool.
It's a reminder that the Twitch community is all about helping each other out.
I like that. And celebrating those moments when everyone gets excited together.
Exactly.
So cool. Before we move on to the streamer recap, I want to hear from you guys listening. What data point from the viewer recap are you most curious about? Or maybe which one do you think will reveal something interesting about how you use Twitch?
Yeah, good question.
Take a moment to think about it.
Yeah.
What stands out to you?
Yeah, it really is amazing how just tracking emotes can tell you so much about what's going on in the Twitch community.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, now I really want to talk about the streamer recap.
Yeah.
I bet it feels great for streamers to see how all their work paid off.
Oh, absolutely.
What kind of stuff do they get to see?
Well, first they get a breakdown of their streaming activity, kind of like the viewer recap.
Okay.
They see their best times, total hours streamed, number of streams, and different days streamed.
So they can see how often they're streaming?
Exactly. It helps them track how consistent they are and see if all their hard work is paying off.
It's like a little reward for sticking to that streaming schedule, even when those late night streams are tough.
Exactly. And then under high scores, they get to see the numbers that really matter.
That's right.
Total hours watched, new followers, and new subscribers.
It's like a victory lap for all their effort in building their community.
Exactly.
And I bet seeing those numbers grow really motivates streamers.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It shows them the people are really connecting with their content and want to be a part of their journey.
Absolutely. And don't forget about high scores.
Yeah.
Raised for charity. That has to be an amazing stat to see.
Oh, yeah.
It shows how they're using their platform to make a real difference in the world.
It's awesome how streamers can use their influence for good.
Mm.
So beyond those big stats, does the streamer recap have any fun personal touches?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's the featured clip, which is like a little time capsule of one of their most memorable moments from the year. It could be a hilarious fail, an epic win, or a really sweet interaction with their community. It's the clip from their channel that got featured the most during the year.
Oh, I can already picture all those best of compilations on YouTube showing the craziest featured clips from all the different streamers.
For sure. And then there's the superlative, which adds a fun personal touch. It's like a special title based on the streamer's top category and how they stream.
So it's like getting voted most likely to in a high school yearbook, but for Twitch.
Exactly. Imagine getting most likely to raid or Queen of Variety streams.
I love it.
It makes the whole recap experience more lighthearted.
It really shows that Twitch cares about the streamers as people, not just for their numbers,
Exactly.
but for who they are and how they contribute to the platform.
Yeah. And of course, you also get to see your top categories, the emotes you use most, and a shout out to your biggest fans. It really
Yeah.
acknowledges everyone who's been a part of your streaming journey.
It sounds like a huge thank you to their community.
It is.
So even if you're streaming by yourself, the recap reminds you that you're not alone.
Exactly. Right. And speaking of connections, there's a whole section about collaborations.
Oh.
Streamers can see how many times they used stream together, who they streamed with the most, and even stuff about raids they did and raids they were a part of. It shows that even though streaming can be competitive, there's still room for teamwork.
I love that Twitch is highlighting that part of it.
Yeah.
It's not just about individual streamers. It's about connecting and building communities together.
For sure. And we can't forget about the clips section. It shows how much viewers loved a streamer's content. They can see how many clips were made from their channel and which moments people really liked. They even see how many different people made clips, which shows how far their content reached.
It's crazy how something as simple as a clip can capture those moments and make them last even after the stream is over.
I know, right? And to wrap it all up, if a streamer became an affiliate or partner during the year that's also in their recap, it reminds them of how far they've come and all the things they've achieved.
It's a great way to celebrate those big moments in a streamer's career. So we've talked about the viewer recap and the streamer recap.
Mm.
Are we ready to move on to the community recap?
Let's do it. Let's look at the big picture of what makes the Twitch community so special. So the community recap, it's not about the individual streamers or viewers. It's about celebrating what the entire Twitch community did.
The whole ecosystem.
Exactly. It really shows how Twitch has become this global thing,
Yeah.
connecting tons of people who love gaming or creating or just, hanging out.
It's like checking the heartbeat of Twitch.
Yeah,
Seeing how much it's grown and changed this past year.
right.
So what kind of things can we learn from looking at the big picture?
Well, one thing is you get to see how diverse Twitch is. The community recap shows the total number of active streamers,
Wow.
which is a crazy big number.
Yeah.
It just shows how many different types of people and ideas are represented on Twitch.
It's mind-blowing when you think about all the different communities within the larger Twitch world. From people who've been streaming forever to brand new streamers. There's a place for everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And talking about new streamers, the recap also shows you how many new streamers there are.
Really?
All the people who started streaming this year for the very first time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it shows how easy it is to start streaming now. Anyone who wants to can build their own community and share their passion with the world.
I love that. It means Twitch is always growing
Absolutely.
with new ideas, new people, new types of entertainment.
Right. And of course, you can't talk about the community recap without showing how much content people are making and watching.
So what are those numbers?
We get to see the total hours streamed and the total hours watched,
Okay.
which are absolutely massive. It shows how dedicated everyone is, both the streamers and the viewers. It's what makes Twitch so special.
Yeah, when you see those numbers, it really puts things in perspective. We're talking billions of hours of content made and watched. It's like a huge digital library of shared experiences that's always growing.
I know, right? It shows how important streaming has become for entertainment. These days, it's not just about passively watching.
Right.
It's about interacting in real time and building real connections.
With creators and with other viewers.
Exactly. And the Twitch recap does such a good job capturing all of this. It takes all that data and turns it into a celebration of the community.
Everything from those individual journeys to the big achievements we all share.
Exactly. And it's not just about looking back.
It's about looking forward.
Right. Seeing all the potential for growth and connection on Twitch.
Okay, so we've gone over all 3 Twitch recaps. Viewer, streamer, and community.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up,
Yeah.
how do people share all this amazing stuff with everyone?
It's so easy. Whether you're a viewer or a streamer, there's a share button at the bottom of your recap page.
Gotcha.
When you click it, you get this cool graphic that you can post on social media. You can show everyone your Twitch journey and brag a little bit.
You deserve to brag.
Exactly. Don't forget to use the hashtag Twitch recap so people can find you.
Good point. That way you can find other people celebrating their year on Twitch and connect with everyone.
It's all about spreading the love for Twitch and showing the world what makes it so great.
So before we go, I have one last question for everyone listening.
Hit me.
If you could create your perfect Twitch recap, what other stats or features would you add?
Ooh, that's a good one.
What information would be most meaningful to you? What would you want to celebrate or look back on?
Yeah, think about what really matters to you on Twitch. Is it the friendships you've made, the funny moments, the big wins, or the shared love for a certain game or community?
It really makes you think about what makes your Twitch experience unique.
It does. So when you check out your own Twitch recap, think about that question.
Yeah.
How would you capture what makes your Twitch experience special in a recap?
And with that, we come to the end of our deep dive into the Twitch recap.
Thanks for joining us.
Until next time, keep being awesome.
And keep exploring.
And never be afraid to show off those Twitch bragging rights.